Hi everyone. Today we're here at Nancy's place. Nancy is an old friend of mine. She used to own a community garden called the Inspiration Garden in Morningside, and she's moved to the Gap now, and she's invited us into her fabulous home to cook something vegetarian and organic for us. She's a specialist in organic food and she's grown her own, and she also does Airbnb, so it's a bit of an interesting person to meet. So let's go inside. Thank you, Nancy, for having us in your home, and lovely to meet you, Marie. Thanks for being here as well. And Nancy, I know your love for all things organic and natural, and Nancy had a community garden, and that's how we actually met and became friends, was through this lovely community garden in Morningside. Yeah. And since then, Nancy's moved over here to the Gap in a beautiful place. And so Nancy will show us how to make a salad and a few other things, I believe. And all of this is very natural products. Most of it's organic, yes?
Yep. We're making labneh-filled flowers on a cauliflower pizza base.
Beautiful.
Yes,
so labneh is the Middle Eastern yogurt that is drained, all the excess liquid is drained, and that leaves a type of cheesy texture. Yes?
That's right.
A thick
it's
yogurt.
Arabic word.
Correct.
Labneh.
Labneh, yeah.
Labneh was the word, and then most people call it labneh.
That's right.
Is the product.
Correct. Yeah. Awesome. So we're going to fill that into zucchini flowers?
Yes.
Yeah? Awesome. And you got these lovely zucchini flowers from your neighbour?
I harvested them this morning.
Okay.
They're from the neighbour. He's got a little vegetable garden now as well as myself.
Beautiful.
And, I went and asked if I could borrow them from him.
Fabulous.
He said he won't send the dogs on anyone who wants to go and harvest them. And he also told me I can help myself to everything in the garden, so that was wonderful.
That's
fantastic. It was really good to go and see him.
Yeah.
Because that's what building neighbourhood.
Exactly.
Friends with neighbours.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, and finding your common interest with each other.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been in Brisbane for?
9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming from where?
From Adelaide.
All right. Were you born in Adelaide?
No, I was born in Rockhampton.
Okay.
My family originally were in Adelaide. Okay. Way back 4 generations ago.
Wow. And where did your family originally come from?
From the UK.
From the UK. Okay. What year was that, do you know?
Oh, no.
No?
I don't have a clue.
4 generations back. That's a while ago.
Yes, I'm the 5th.
Wow. So they migrated to Adelaide, and then from Adelaide you went to Rockhampton?
Adelaide to basically Brisbane.
Oh, to Brisbane.
Yeah, my grandparents went to Brisbane.
Oh, I see. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And your husband's from where?
He's from England.
Okay. When did he come over?
When he was 4.
Wow. So he's grown up here?
Yep. He went to Adelaide as well.
Oh, okay. You met in Adelaide or here?
In Adelaide.
In Adelaide.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's lovely. Okay. Beautiful.
Yes, so we came here and we set up the Inspiration Garden.
Yes.
Like I said, and I learned a little bit about growing food in the ground, and I became really passionate about growing flowers.
Yes.
These are some of the ones I've grown here.
And these are all edible flowers?
They're all edible flowers, and what's really inspired me lately is Linda Brennan and her book.
Yes.
Brilliant Bunch. So I'll show you that later.
Okay.
It's a lovely book, and it's really got a lot of lovely recipes in it for flowers, using edible flowers.
Yes.
Once I found out you could eat flowers, you couldn't stop me.
Really?
I was just, I want to grow whatever I can, and at the moment we have a seasonal thing going on with flowers, of course, because spring is over and summer's on its way, and sunflowers are really the only way to go.
Oh, really? So I never knew, I mean, obviously I know they make things out of sunflowers, but I've never eaten a sunflower.
Zucchinis and sunflowers, this is the season for it.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the herbs have finished their season as well. So rosemary, which I'm going to use in the labneh. Yeah. And oregano. I've got some Italian oregano, which tastes totally different. Oh, yes. And that's the one I've got in the pot just there.
Oh, yes. Would that be the same as the Greek one?
No.
It's different to the Greek one.
Very different in its form as well.
And the foliage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they're both happy in summer. Both really happy in summer.
Lovely. So with flowers, yes, I know they look gorgeous and colourful and everything, but do they taste good?
This area here of the zucchini tastes amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can eat all the petals as well, but you fill it with the cheese.
Yes.
We're going to put it on top of the pizza.
Okay.
And it tastes amazing.
Wow. So the leaf is, you can eat the leaf too, of the nasturtium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to, the nasturtium leaf I find is a little bit too strong for my palate.
It's peppery?
But, much too. But the you can eat the flowers, you can eat the seeds.
And is that marigold?
And that's marigold, yes.
Yeah.
I thought because of the fact that the viola has finished in my garden, all I have is these marigolds.
And what's the purple delicate one?
That's society garlic.
Oh, how gorgeous is that?
That is beautiful. So I've chosen them.
They're so pretty.
Pizza. Yeah.
So dainty. I remember that gorgeous high tea you invited me to. Mm-hmm. And you had
we had the flowers decorating the cakes.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
This tiny little beauty here is from a Serenium spinach.
Ah.
And it's one of the ones that's available now too, growing in my garden.
Lovely. How very lovely.
Yeah.
So what did you do before you decided to go into gardening? What were you doing before you retired?
No, I basically kept working while I was retired. When I got to the farm, we were still working as a business.
Yes.
But we also had business in sustainability.
Okay.
So I guess that's why I really started thinking about growing our own food and using the scraps.
Yes.
So we have a scrap bin here.
Yeah.
I can't move out of
the
there
compost,
to show you, but the compost bin where we reuse everything. So when I did the sustainability work and learned about our environmental footprint more and was working in a field where I trained other people and helped them learn, it became really obvious to me that there was two things you could do. One of them was get just solar panels, and the other one was to grow your own garden. And to grow your own garden is not just beneficial for your electricity bill, it's actually and your grocery bill. It's actually beneficial for your health.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the nutrient value in what you can grow yourself is amazing.
Compared to, did you grow up with that sort of interest?
No, not at all. I tried to grow food. No. Everything would die.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know what it was.
So you really need to learn
the soil,
the art.
The art of soil preparation, really.
Yeah. And what is the secret of soil preparation? What is the secret of it? Is it a balance? Do you need to get it? I don't know much about it. I've got no green fingers at all.
I used to teach about the 4 M's.
Yes.
Minerals. So you focus on the minerals, matter.
Yeah.
Microbes and moisture.
Okay.
And in that order.
All right.
So if you need to see what your soil is, what's down about that far, what's happening in there.
All right.
If you're going to go into the soil, which is, I've always felt the best way to do it. But now I've had to relearn how to apply all those things into garden pots.
Yes.
Because we've bought this place here and we don't have any garden, so to speak.
So now you're doing everything in pots, but you still need to keep the soil nutrition.
Yes, the main thing I've found is someone who can provide me with the soil.
Right.
And then the moisture, which is the last one, it becomes my first one.
Yes.
You have to have some sort of container reservoir underneath in the pot, which is not really taught by many people.
Yes. Within the pot.
Within the pot. And I like to have mine being made of something like this. Like a recycled bowl.
Oh yes.
Pop it under the pot and the soil in, and when you water your plant, the water drizzles down and just stays in here.
Okay.
And it overflows, so it's not going to cause anything to die from.
So it wouldn't rot.
Root rot. No,
okay.
No problem.
Okay.
It really helps.
Awesome. And do you still teach this, the sustainability side of things?
I talk to people.
You talk. So if anybody wants to listen to you talk,
they could ring up and we can have a chat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you just do it on a friendly basis. It's not a business
no,
that you do.
No.
Okay. That's great to know. So if there's anybody who's really interested in organic gardening or sustainable gardening or growing your own food,
I'll probably refer you to the most up-to-date people that are here in Brisbane.
That's fine. So you're going to teach us now to make a pizza that is got the zucchini flowers and filled with labneh.
So the first step is to make the labneh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we need to do is sterilise the muslin cloth and a piece of string. Now, every kitchen needs a roll of string like this. It is so handy.
Is this the one that you also used to tie your lamb roast?
It's the same. It's the same string that I had 9 years ago. Just about. I've hardly used. It just lasts. So we need to sterilise them both because what we're going to do is leave this in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
So you need to make sure that it's really
sterilised. Yeah.
So it won't take long to boil the kettle.
Sure. So you sterilise it by just boiling water and pouring it over?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we have that ground up.
Awesome.
And the sterilising is happening.
Yep. So should you let it soak for a few minutes?
That's fine. That's right. Just leave it there. Thank you, Doug. Okay, I'll just sterilise the scissors while we're there. And pull it out.
Okay. As easy as that.
Strainer and bowl. What I do, I'll just put the spoon in there right now, is pop this is the tricky part, as you can imagine. Closer the better. Okay. So sorry about all that noise a second ago.
That's okay.
And the blitzing. It's not good when we have guests downstairs. I can't do any blitzing.
You try and keep as quiet as possible.
We do.
So the other wonderful thing that Nancy does, she's got a beautiful self-contained apartment downstairs, and that's an Airbnb rental that she rents out through Airbnb, and it's beautiful because there's a pool. It's got a private entrance. Yeah, very private, very, very classy. And at the bottom of is this Mount Cootha? Is that Mount Cootha that's here? What's this forest just on the backdrop?
That forest is Mount Cootha.
Mount Cootha.
But no, we're very close to the Mount Glorious. Mount Nebo is the one that's closest to us.
So what's the white thing that you're going
Oh, I'm putting the yogurt in here now. Yes.
So the yogurt goes into the sterilised bowl.
Yeah.
And then the rosemary goes into it.
Rosemary, we just blend it up.
Okay. So you put in quite a lot of rosemary. Yep.
Okay. Would you like to come, Marie? And we've just.
So would that be a cup of yogurt?
Got a little garlic. I don't have a crusher. How are you at cutting up garlic?
Yeah. So how did you want to just chop?
Just there, just here. If you do it over here for me.
So would that be roughly about a cup of yogurt?
Yeah.
So Nancy's used this Gelner fat-free.
Yes. I've sort of pride myself in knowing a lot of different diets that people are on. At the moment, we have a family need to be on the fat-free, so I get the fat-free. Normally, I would be full cream yogurt. Anything that's a natural yogurt that's not got any added sugar.
Okay. Yes.
Only if you had to have sugar for the process.
Yeah.
And I also, when we have our guests downstairs, I also specialise in having the right bread for them.
Oh, okay.
So I have oat bread. I have a lot of organic products for them they could choose from.
Okay.
I do get gluten-free bread if I can, as long as it doesn't have oil in it.
Yes.
So it's a bit tricky finding things for people.
So because you do a bed and breakfast deal with Airbnb, so you provide breakfast for them.
Yes, and I always ask them if they have any special needs.
Yes.
And that's been part of our little specialty is providing organic food. They can help themselves to the herbs.
Yeah.
And I just place food in the fridge. I don't serve them.
Yeah, they help themselves when they're ready.
I like people to have their privacy when they're here.
Absolutely.
They can have their little holiday.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So this is going to have some garlic. We'll quickly get to the next stage. Thanks, sweetie. Would you like me to do the rest?
That's up to you.
That's okay. We'll just really quickly. I had washed my hands by the way.
So we're slicing up
about
the garlic
100 times today. Yeah, I'm just chopping it up really finely because it's going to sit overnight in the fridge in the garlic.
All right. So,
yes. So you've got I've prepared earlier.
You've got about 2 heaped tablespoons of rosemary in this 1 cup of yogurt, which is a considerable amount of rosemary.
Would you like to? Oh, the rest of the book's right there.
Oh, that's okay. We can get that later. Did you have a good swim?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this will be fine. It's about the.
So you've got 2 cloves of garlic that go in there?
Yeah, 2 little tiny ones.
Yeah.
With just one or.
Sure, 1 would be fine. 1 big one.
Just mix it up.
Yep.
We're going to pour it in through here. It'll make a very tiny little bit of lavender.
Okay. So what will that reduce
salt.
down to?
Salt. Forgot the salt, but
Okay.
it's okay. It's about a teaspoonful of salt, actually. It's quite a lot.
Okay.
So, I'll have to estimate, won't I? I think that might be plenty. So it's a nice rock salt. Any sort of rock salt is good. So that's what happens when you forget things. You just make it up.
Yeah, of course.
We tie it with the string. Perhaps Marie'd like to come and help me with this.
My hands are clean too.
Yes, your hands are very clean too.
So that'll reduce down to approximately how much labna?
I'll show you the one I've made before.
Okay.
Let's see. So I just tie a little plain knot. It doesn't. It's going to be sitting in the strainer. In the fridge.
See. Okay.
I used to hang it up.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah, and that would give you a really lovely ball.
Well, actually, if you hang it up,
yeah.
This is where I'd hang it up.
Okay.
Is over here, and it just drips into the.
Oh yes. Perfect.
Because it's summer.
Yes.
It's better to be
in the fridge.
But if it was winter, that's what I'd do. I'd hang it there, and yeah, it becomes a little ball. But we're just going to pipe it into the flowers. So
Okay.
you don't have to have a little.
Yeah. So if it was winter, you would tie it here, and it would just drip overnight. But in summer, it goes into the fridge. Yep.
So it's going to go into the fridge now.
Yep.
Okay. So we've done that. I have prepared one earlier.
Yes.
So I might just hand this over to Marie. Pop this in the waiting room.
So 24 hours of hanging will
We don't need this anymore.
turn out the labneh.
That's fine. Now, one more thing I need is to get the other one.
And this is the one you've prepared earlier?
Yes. Okay, so it's the labneh. It's been soaked in the strainer like that. I need the strainer again, obviously.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is cut try not to cut
The cloth.
and I'll spoon it into a little bag. I just use
Yeah.
these little bags. They're just as easy as anything. I think I need a spoon. So handy.
So you can see how thick and creamy that has become, almost like a cottage cheese.
Yeah, come in and have a look, Marie. Look at that. Oh, I'll give you the spoon to lick the spoon if you like. There's nothing wrong with licking spoons, as long as it's the end.
It's true.
All right, now I will actually put this one in the sink with the water now, and it can wash itself. It can wash itself. Yes. Seal it up.
So
Just
this
get
is
the air out.
just a quick way of doing a piping bag.
Yes, very quick way. All right. So we have here a couple of the flowers.
So do these flowers, do you often find insects in these flowers?
Oh, never.
Never?
Well, they're there, but they've flown out before.
Oh, okay.
By the time I need to wash them.
So you don't really need to physically remove
No, never.
remove them?
No, but
No.
dust a little bit.
Yeah, they just need a rinse out. I suppose.
Yeah, they've been cleaned already.
Yeah.
So there we have the stamen.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see that up close.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, it's the stamen. That's the little piece that you cut out. That's actually the male one.
Yep.
I did try not to pick any females,
Mhm.
but what you do is you just snip the stamen off.
And
They're
why
not-
can't you eat it?
I don't think they're very palatable.
Okay.
But if you had a female, you
Yeah.
would go to the female and you'd go with the stamen and you'd go,
And you give her
"Hello,
a good rub.
lovey. I want you to grow into a zucchini." And magic happens, and
Okay.
then you have.
So what does the female one look like?
Ooh, if I find a female, I'll show you. I don't know if I no. This is another male, but we'll need to finish these off as well. So there's a little insect in there
Yes.
of some sort.
Yeah.
Maybe we can wash that one. I'll just. Hey, hang on. That's a female.
Is it?
Yes.
What's
so
the
that was
difference?
the male.
That's a male, and it'd have to be still living to do anything. But
Yeah.
yes, you just touch.
So how can you
touch
do
it.
what is just plumper?
Yes,
the female
but
is just
you-
plumper.
What you normally do is you take that off the bush,
Yeah.
and you're out there in the garden, and you give it.
Oh, and you do that.
And
Okay.
they're very happy together.
And we have to do that because we don't have enough bees.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Is
to
that the
rinse.
point?
Basically, there are some bees around, but some places aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And really, most of a lot of the flowers are male.
Oh, okay.
So you
I
may think
understand.
you've got 12 zucchinis coming on, but
Yeah.
unless you've actually looked.
I see.
Because as you
So
see,
what
this
happens
one's a
when
male
when
as
the
well.
males come to flower? They just die off afterwards if they're
Yeah,
not
these only
fertilized.
they only stay fresh for one day.
Oh, okay.
These flowers. So it was amazing that he had them because we were looking out the window, and I was trying to contact my gardening friend that I buy the salad ingredients from.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to contact him or what his name was.
Mm.
I know now, so I've just joined him on his Facebook page.
Oh, okay. And Nancy has very nicely put all the ingredients together in this that looks like a banana leaf platter.
It is.
It is. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so what goes into the pesto? We've got Parmesan cheese, sunflower kernels, lemon rind as well as lemon juice.
Mostly lemon,
Just the juice. We've got some pistachios, some olive oil that's extra virgin, and some garlic.
My mind. Steps to this. So many steps to this recipe. I thought I'd prepare a little bit first.
Yes, yes.
Now this is 3 cups of green leaves. I've got silver beet from the garden. It's meant to be basil, right?
Yeah.
All basil. But I had lovely silver beet.
Oh, lovely.
And I had these lovely amaranth leaves. See the beautiful purple
yeah.
at the back?
Yeah.
They're just
They're edible.
they're just growing out there
Oh.
in the pot.
So how do you know if something's edible or not?
I've just learnt over the years.
Okay.
You can buy a lot of your seeds from Green Harvest.
Yeah.
Edible flowers,
Okay.
edible plants.
Okay.
Amaranth is one of the ones that's really happy in the
So you
summer.
shouldn't just try eating something and hope for the
No,
best.
Definitely not. So there's one.
So is there a way of telling me without eating it? Is there like a pH stick or something?
You just get the right seeds and grow them.
Okay.
That's
You specifically go looking for edible.
Even if somebody gives you a leaf and says it's edible,
Yeah.
there's a couple that you really need to cook very carefully.
Mhm.
They're
They're toxic if not cooked properly.
so.
Yeah.
I like to buy things from the local market
Yeah.
and talk to the ladies
Yes.
or the gentlemen about
Yeah.
how to cook it.
They know their product best.
They do, and there are a few. A lot of the Chinese stalls have amaranth.
Oh yes.
It's a different one to this. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
one that you can eat raw.
But when you make pesto, can you pretty much use any kind of spinach kind of leaf?
I've decided to. This one could have had baby spinach in it. You
Yes.
could use baby spinach is the sweetest.
And chard, you could use chard.
Chard, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As I said, this is some silver beet from the garden
Mhm.
next door. So there we have the first ingredient is the leaves. 3 cups. It's pretty full. And then the sunflower seeds, which I've already put in here.
So you've rinsed them out, have you?
No, not really. They just went in there.
Sure.
I thought they would be roasted first, but this particular recipe, they're not roasted.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't tasted it before.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm following the recipe in Linda Brennan's book.
Yes. So this is the book that Nancy's talking about. So this is the pizza that Nancy's making for us today.
So this is 3/4 of a cup of the seeds, and I would
that's the book, the front of the book, Linda Brennan.
And if you look inside the cover, it's got her signature, and it says to.
Ah, so you bought this at her book launch. Awesome.
But Marie, it's Marie's book as well.
Fantastic.
There's 4 of us. 4 of us were together.
That's very nice.
I just look after it.
No doubt you use it well.
Yes, I do. So there we have my little book over there will help me just at the moment.
Sure.
So I think I need 1/4 of a cup of that, but all right. Number 3. Pesto. Add the pistachio nuts, which are here in the little cup. It's 1/4 of a cup of pistachio nuts. I have a little 1/4 of a cup here that I haven't used yet, so we just measure. 1/4 of a cup pistachio nuts. Oil, which was 1/4 of a cup again. Yes. And then, Marie, I might get you to get the 1/4 of a cup of water ready. We won't need it yet, but just in case we forget, we'll just get it ready. So it's not that small.
So that's the water.
That's the water. Thank you. Let's see what you think. Oh, that's 50.
Yeah.
So I don't need that much. That's good
Just
that
a
we
tad
measured
less.
that, because I would have put the whole lot
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
right.
Okay, we don't want it to end up too. I would have thought there's garlic in this too, and there is. I only get Australian garlic.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't really trust that other
Yeah.
garlic.
And then you're also having access to what's in season. So the nutritional value is better as well.
Yeah, there's several reasons, and the other thing is you don't know how people in other countries treat things.
Yes.
Would you like to cut that one up, my dear? I think I've just about finished with that. So we're just going to put the garlic. We're going to have a little blitz again
yes.
with the food processor.
Okay.
This particular thing I'm using has this lid. It would work. I'm sure there's other things a lot better out there, but this is the only one I have.
Okay.
When I made the pizza base
yesterday,
I made one beforehand as well.
Yeah.
I found I had to take the top bit out.
Yes.
And then remove the bottom, which was really well.
Yes.
Starting to
do
bind
it in stages.
Together, because the top wasn't binding together,
Yeah.
and then I redid the bottom part down low. Down low. So I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Okay.
We're just going to have to.
It's got some liquid in there, so it should be fine.
It should. Okay, we're going to. No, that's good. That's good. We'll pop that in there. Pop this on. Yeah. And the 1/4 cup of water is hopefully going to help, but we'll start with this. I think let's see how we are. I've got a little special stirrer that can help. I think we're getting there. Here we are. My little stirrer. So we're going to move over to this place. looking pretty good. The taste will be, this is going to be on, some of this is going to be on top of the pizza. So instead of a tomato sauce, it has a pesto sauce.
Oh, okay.
Which is amazing.
Lovely.
Okay, I'm going to put this.
And you can do a non-dairy version of this too, can't you?
Oh yes, I didn't actually add the cheese, so it hasn't got any dairy in it yet. That would have been helpful. I think I'm going to have to add.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe I'll just sprinkle the cheese on half of it, so we make a non-dairy section. Are you a non-dairy person?
No, I'm fine. But remember at the book log, she did the 2.
Yeah, so okay, we'll do the 2 by sprinkling more parmesan on.
Yep.
Okay, so that's fine, adapting to the circumstances.
So this particular pizza, instead of having a tomato sauce, is going to have the pesto on the base and sprinkled with parmesan on top.
Put some out so you can see how we're going to garnish it. If we were to serve it like this as a dip, it's
that looks amazing.
And then we will garnish with some sunflower petals because it's a sunflower pesto.
Yes.
So we'll garnish with.
That's
some
right. It's made with
petals.
sunflower seeds.
Yeah. And a little bit of basil. A little
Beautiful.
basil. Fresh basil from the garden.
Very pretty.
Okay, so that's it.
Lovely.
That's how that turned out.
Gorgeous.
And we'll use some in the pizza base. Pop it over here. Great. Okay, next we have the pizza base itself. And that's quite interesting because it's made from cauliflower.
Amazing.
I'll just get the cauliflower.
Sure.
It's in the fridge.
Okay.
Can you have a look in the recipe, Nazima,
Sure.
and see how much cauliflower it says?
So it says half a large cauliflower or 3 cups finely chopped.
That's what I like to do. I like to measure it. We're going to need that cleaned out. This, yeah.
Now what bowl can I put that
Mm.
in?
Pop it in the refrigerator. Yeah, and just pop it in the fridge. For now, we'll work that out. Okay, we've got this beautiful cauliflower that we got at the farmer's market yesterday.
So I noticed now in the organic section of supermarkets they sell the cauliflower rice. So what is that?
That's actually just finely chopped cauliflower.
Really?
In fact, the main ingredient in this base is cauliflower.
Okay.
You'll see, we just have to measure the cauliflower.
Yep.
I would like to harvest the oregano leaves over there and show the people out there how we harvest the leaves and then chop them up finely. I just brush the leaves off because I've been growing them myself. I know that they haven't got any harmful sprays.
Yes.
And there's also soaked almonds. Now what I've done with the almonds is I've activated them in some way.
Oh, okay.
So they just need to be soaked in water would be fine, but I've actually got whey, so because I make my own kefir.
Yeah.
People that eat a grain-free diet, rice is actually a grain.
Oh yes.
So therefore, you know, and we're so used to having rice accompanying our dishes.
Yes.
So that's why the cauliflower rice.
Okay. So if you can't
rice,
eat a grain,
it's not really rice.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's substantial and it also soaks up. It absorbs gravy quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because more and more people are realizing that grains are actually make you sick.
Right.
So they're moving away from
I
grains.
see. Okay. So for those who don't eat grain, can have cauliflower rice instead of rice.
So it was 3 cups.
Yes, chopped
what I
up.
found yesterday, it was around about, like that's more than a cup.
Yeah.
And that's less than a cup, so about 3.
About that, yep.
About 3. Now I chop it up
Yeah.
fairly finely.
So I'd like a spoon just to taste the pesto.
You'll find one in that
Just
drawer.
in here?
Yep.
Because this has got the lemon in it, but it doesn't have any of the cheese in it yet. Is that right? That's beautiful.
Yeah? Be nice with the cheese on it.
It's lovely with the sunflower seeds.
Yes.
Very different flavour.
I think these recipes are all Linda's personal recipes.
What I find very interesting, Nancy, is your faith in the Baha'i religion.
Yes.
How could you tell us a little bit about that? What got you interested in the Baha'i faith?
His teachings. His teachings that we are all one.
Yes.
Yeah. And especially he wrote that we are the flowers of one garden.
Right.
And the leaves of one branch. And what really attracted me was my auntie. She wrote in a guest book somewhere. I was going behind her at the Three Sisters looking out at God's beauty everywhere. And she wrote, "The earth is but one country and mankind its citizens." And those are words of Baha'u'llah. And I just, right that instant, I had an amazing feeling.
Yes.
I must have been 17. I just had an amazing feeling that this was really profound.
Yes.
I'd never heard of anything like that before in my whole life. And it
Did
was
that
many
start
years.
your journey?
Oh, many years later.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget
Yes.
that moment when I first read Baha'u'llah's words. It just touched my heart.
Amazing.
So here we have the
soaked
almonds that have been soaked overnight. They only need to be soaked 2 hours.
Okay. Oh, I can smell that from here when you're
Can
rubbing
you?
it. It's amazing.
I wish you could smell it.
It's
just
beautiful.
so gorgeous. So I'll just take the leaves off. Perhaps Marie can help me with these. I'll pop a few leaves off here. And I'm just going to, just the little top bit breaks off. And the rest. So there we have. And now we may need to blitz it, put half of it into a bowl. So the bottom part is ready to use. The top part isn't. So I'm just going to take that off.
So it just binds naturally.
Yes, and now it's very well bound together, this part.
Yeah.
So it's going on the pizza tray, which is ready here with some paper.
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to spread? Do the others? Yes. Yes. How about we say that's half? We'll put the cheese on half, and I might actually put some.
Shall I do it thickly? Do the whole thing?
No, I think
half?
just whatever feels right. We'll go right to the edge. Naseema, you can help now.
Yeah, sure.
Because you can add some of the things onto the pizza that you like. We're not going to add the flowers yet.
Okay.
So we're going to put it in the oven.
Yes.
So that it actually blanches, so that it roasts.
The vegetables. Oh, you're going to do your tomatoes.
Yes. So
Oh,
we might
beautiful.
do that.
Yeah. So we're going to put some of those beautiful different coloured tomatoes on in that basket.
And some of the. So we'll be putting these.
So if you were making this, because I can see that you need quite a lot of ingredients for not a very large quantity. So would this be like a good starter?
Yes, you
Yes.
would only eat a small amount of this.
Right.
It's not a main
Yes,
meal.
understand.
Yeah, it
So
would be,
unlike a regular pizza where you can have it as a main meal,
yeah.
this would be a starter. Yeah.
probably. I'm going to serve it with salad,
Lovely.
and
So because you've got other accompaniments, you can turn it into your main meal. Yeah.
you don't need to eat much of it.
Yes.
You're really satisfied.
Filling.
Okay.
Very filling.
Excellent.
And not just filling, it's actually nutritious.
Yes, very nutritious. Yeah.
You find you don't need to eat as much if you're eating healthy. Okay, well what we have on the bottom is the cauliflower pizza base that had some different ingredients: psyllium husks, chia seeds, and oregano was the flavouring with cumin.
Yes.
And a bit of salt. Then we've replaced the vegetables with tomato, capsicum, the artichokes. There was
Artichokes
plenty of
and
artichokes.
and the red capsicum?
Yes, the red capsicum.
And that goes on top of the pesto.
Yes, on top
And-
of the pesto, which we made earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Then we put on top the Parmesan cheese on half of it. The other half is the vegan half. And then some kale from the garden. And after that, we put the labneh stuffed zucchini flowers. So these little flowers for later.
Okay,
A
so
few
after
little
you've
petals.
baked that,
Yes.
then you put the flowers on to decorate it.
Because the
As though it's not gorgeous enough as it is.
The zucchini flowers really need to
Isn't
be
that
cooked.
magnificent?
Okay, so we're going to put it in the oven now.
It's
It's been waiting
beautiful.
for us.
It'll be interesting to see what it looks like in concept. Whether it flattens or
Do you expect that to settle quite a bit?
Time for a drink.
Time for a drink, yes. Time for a drink.
I don't know what to expect.
Okay.
Shall we just be
Yeah, let's have a look.
excited by the moment?
Very much
huh?
so.